us, it's amazing because the one thing we're so blessed to have a system and leaders that understand duplication, right? And that's the one thing we're teaching about over and over and over. And Stephen mentions that's what we're focusing on this year, and that's the biggest parts of this. So one of the things that we want to talk about again is, once again, the duplication, because of this is its system really, really works. So one of the first things that I looked at is that I looked at some of the different things you can do, right? You can duplicate addition, right? Or you can duplicate multiplication. But how do you know what we have here is exponential growth? This is really like the eighth wonder of the world if you truly understand exponential growth. And so the one thing is that there's a story that I was part of a company prior to this at Lilly. Half of their volume is done in China, and the reason half the volume is done in China is because they had a challenge with the country of China that said you could only sponsor one person per month. Now imagine if Lifeway did that. Thank God they don't, right? But what they're not dumb. They're very intelligent. They said, well, they can just talk to 20, 30, 50 people, and then basically identify that one person. Now there's 2. What happens? Then there's 4. Now there's 8, there's 16, there's 32, 64. Now they got about almost $4 billion in that country right now because of this idea of multiplication and exponential growth. What creates exponential growth for us is our system. We've got a 10-step system that literally changes everything. But instead of us pointing at our team saying, oh, you've got to find your dream and you got to build your list and everything else, how about we take that responsibility and take that responsibility ourselves and actually determine our why? Then help that next leader determine their why. Once again, help them set some goals, help them make some commitments, help them build a list, right? Help them contact and invite, help them with opportunity, and then help them revisit, right? Because by doing this, the biggest part that we look at is the duplication part. This is what sets people free. And so when I look at it, you're one away from an explosion, right? And if you put it in the chat here, one away. And everybody here, if you think about that, you're one away. Ken Burke, our mentor in this business, he was one away from her coming to us. The first 20 right, 20 left was us. The next 20 left, 20 right was Andy. One away from explosion. All of us are one away from that one huge explosion. The biggest part that we try to explain to people all the time is you never know who knows who knows who knows who, but you got to follow the system and help people be duplicatable. So we have income-producing activities that are in here in the red, to build a list, contact, invite, opportunity, revisit, and that's what we want to follow. So if you want to duplicate something, you want to duplicate, first of all, a 10-step pattern for success. You want to duplicate the pro system, right? You want to patch and revisit opportunity. Put together a list. You want to also duplicate the power of 2. We heard a lot about that, actually, the 21-day fast start. You want to duplicate the 20 by 20, 20 right, 20 left. Tie everyone into the system, the teachings, the Zooms, everything that's going on. Get everyone to the Unstoppable Conference in Orlando. Man, I got to take a break. This is crazy. I don't know why this happens. I get fired up, I lose all my saliva, so it's crazy. So anyway, so what's great is that we live in Orlando, and I live in Florida. It's moist there, here it's dry. Anyway, so once again, the other part is promote this is its system. That is a big thing. The biggest promoters are the ones that are in the front rows here, seriously, because those are people that understand that's where the duplication comes from. So the last part to this is that you have the power to make 2026 your best year ever. Literally, to date, we look at last year was the best year we've ever had. And it was still rough. There's a lot of things that happened, a lot of challenges, but it was the best year ever. We're making a determination that this year is going to be the best year ever. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to repeat after me. First of all, I am the difference maker.
I am the difference maker.
I am the momentum maker.
I am the momentum maker.
I am the dream builder.
I am the dream builder.
I will serve my team this year.
I will serve my team this year.
I will create exponential growth.
I will create exponential growth.
I'm a world changer.
I'm a world changer.
Because I'm all in.
Because I'm all in.
So make this your year. Make this a year that you're going to take people, the people that are here, the people that are online. Those are the people you want to work with first, because they're the ones that are going, I'm excited. And you want to work with those people, help them duplicate that, start going through the list of all the different people, because the biggest part that I talk about, this is where we're going. Not only for Steve and Gina, not for that, but all of us are going to have functions like this all over the world. Do you have the vision of that? Filling coliseums all over the world. That's where we're going. Keep it pure, keep it simple, get a big dream, get a big vision, and we're here to help everyone on our team. You do the same. We're going to make 2026 the best year ever. God bless you guys. We love you.